What the fuck is up, yo? It's your Boyd. Welcome back to the Our Only Hope Instrumental Breakdown series. Today we're going to be covering a super sweet lick, which is called Peyote in the Foothills. And, you know, the old shebang. If you didn't already know, this is going to be track number 8 on Our Only Hope Volume 1, which will be coming out February 13th of 2026. The reason why I call this Peyote in the Foothills is because I think it has like a, you know, a psychedelic tribute to it. I'm not allowed to divulge any deeper than that because I might get, you know, cited or shit. I might get like some sort of like YouTube detention or some shit. It's very
trippy.
It also has like a certain country-esque vibe to it, and the reason why this song is extra special is because it is the first time I've ever recorded raw instruments on the song. I didn't grow up taking like any music lessons or, you know, play any instruments or anything like that. Yeah, so I didn't grow up playing any instruments or anything. There was a few like school operated band classes that I took very briefly. Second grade, I played the recorder because I wanted to play the electric guitar, and my grandparents had gifted me a electric guitar for my birthday that year, so I wanted to do that, but then I realized my fat hands can't get it done. Like, yeah, I don't know. I was born with fucking big, meaty claws. Yeah, I don't have like the intricacies to play a guitar. I know that sounds like an excuse, right? Because I could, you know, rise above that shit. But the amount of hills I would have to overcome to accomplish that goal would be monumentous, because you little dainty fingered ass motherfuckers can just like, you know, like I don't have fast operational joints in my fingers. Like, let me do this. That's as fast as I can go. I'm sorry, ladies. All right. The unmentionables, you know, it's going to be very slow and sensual, right? Because I can't move these fucking hands. Anyway, yeah, so what was I talking about? Yes, I don't know how to play instruments. And this song is very special because I did play 3 instruments on the song. I have this shaker, a recorder. This is the best freaking $13 I've ever spent. And then I do have, yeah, it comes in a fancy ass case. I have a kalimba. And off the top of my head, I can't name the origin of this instrument, but I'll put a description up here. Yeah, nice sounding tunes come from that thing, and I'm learning it, right? I'm getting her down.
Because it's something that fat-fingered motherfuckers know how to play.
So I guess I'll start off by going over the drum pattern here that I got. And for plugins that I put onto it, you know, the classic shebang, the Fruity EQ, the Smooth Operator, and then the Pro L Fab Filter. And I didn't really do too much with any of those. So, and then for the chorus, I have a whole different drum pattern. So I'll go ahead and start that off. So this is the snare pattern. And I put a see, I didn't put anything. I did no EQ, no EQ on that shit.
That's fucking preposterous.
And then I have the fruity reverb, and then the Pro L Fab filter. Then I do have the kick pattern here. A little bit of velocity, a little bit of panning, nothing crazy on that. Next up, we have the hi-hats. Next up, we have a open hat. It adds a little bit of like
texture.
Next up, we have the 808. A little bit of velocity, and well, why is everything panned to the left? Alright, hold on. Yeah, I don't know why that was the case, but no panning on that shit. Just pretty straightforward 808 pattern there. Then next up, we have another woodblock sound. Yeah, so kicks are being routed to the drum trap mix, which is right over there. The kicks, and then the 808 is being routed here. Also, the open hat is being routed to the hi-hats channel where I have the fruity EQ. And yes, I cut out all the low end, all right? And then a fruity delay I put on that. Next up, we have a tambourine noise. Yeah, that was the tambourine there. Next up, we have the triangle. A little sprinkle of some West Coast vibe. So I'll go ahead and play the drum pattern here for you, just to give you a little taste. Ew. Okay. Yeah, drum pattern. Oh yeah, I forgot to add, I did put a little record scratch in there. So that brings us to the actual bread and butter of this shit, which is the loops that I've taken. So this is a kind of like an electric guitar sounds. And that is playing through a majority of the song. No chopping and shit on that, just plain simple. And I put a fruity EQ on there, cut out all the high end. Then I put in the RC20 retro color. Then I have the fruity reverb, the UAD oxide tape, and then the Pro L Fab filter. It's the same fucking shit every time. Then that brings us to the secondary melody, which is a fiddle. Yeah, I said it.
A fiddle.
I did do a little bit of chopping and shit in the trappy part of the song. Yeah, this is how it naturally sounds. Yeah, dude, and fucking bringing back the old fucking motherfucking sound from, you know, the old, yeah, dang old, you know what I mean. Then in the middle here, where I have the trap drum pattern, I have a chopped up version of that fiddle noise that you just heard, and this is how that sounds. Yeah, dude, it is, fuck, dude, that, little bit of a spoiler, I guess. On my next album, there will be some country songs on there. I'm figuring it out.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to divulge too much, but yes, there is a country song or two on this next album, so be ready for that shit. Uh, yeah, so effects that I put on. Oh, God, I need a Tums. So the effects that I put on for the fiddle, just the fruity EQ, and I cut out all the low ends. Fucker thought. Then yeah, I put on the fruity reverb as well. A little bit of the RC20 retro color. Then I put on the smooth operator, and then the UAD oxide tape, and then the Pro L fab filter. Next up, we have the shaker, which is recorded from this object, and I chopped it up to I chopped it up to put it kind of in the direction that I wanted to go in. So this is how the shaker sounds. Then for the second half of the song, I do have a different shaker melody, which is a lot less chopped. This is a little more organic, so this is how the second shaker sounds. And I just have that repeating for the whole second half there. All right, so next up I have another piece of raw instrumentation, which is the, God, I put it back in the condom, the recorder. This one was kind of a pain in the ass because all I wanted to do was to make like a swiper to put into the next parts of the song. And I was trying to get the right notes, I guess, even though I really don't know how to play that shit. I was just trying to remember what I learned in grade school. But yeah, so I just kind of randomly played notes on this recorder, and I put a lot of plugins and stuff on it, and yeah, it kind of made a nice little transition noise. So this is how that sounds. Kind of adds to the psychedelic element of the song. And I guess I didn't go over the plugins for the shaker, so Fruity EQ, Fruity Reverb, Pro L Fab Filter, and then the RC20 Retro Color. Who would have guessed? Then for the swiping noise, I put on the Fruity EQ, and I did cut out all that bullshit. I ain't gonna give that motherfucker no credit. Then I put in the RC20 Retro Color, a little bit of double tracking, gave it a little bit of wobble noise. Then I have the Fruity Reverb here. Then the Fruity Delay, gave it that kind of... and then I have the Valhalla Frequency Echo. So that would be the swiping noise there. And then for the very last part of the song, I do have the kalimba. And this is also chopped up to the best of my ability because I wanted to be on time. But this is my attempt of a melody created all off the top of my head through raw instrumentation. So it's not the best, but I'm very proud of it, and I had to put it on the album. So instead of the smart guy talking, this is the actual outro of the song, which is me playing an instrument. Makes you want to fucking fall asleep, man. Holy fuck. But there was something that I did forget. I forgot the hidden bird, man. So this is only really played in one spot. This is a hawk. Hawk. And this is how that sounds. So I put on a fruity EQ, and I did that to it. I put on the fruity reverb, and then the Valhalla frequency echo. And what am I forgetting? Yes, the kalimba. I put on the fruity EQ, did that to it. And then I put on the Pro L Fab filter, then the fruity reverb, and then the RC20 retro color, and I did all that shit to it. And then the smooth operator. And I did that to it. I'll go ahead and play for you the hyphiest part of the song, and there you go. I gotta piss, so. Fuck, man, God. Fuck. I love that one. So, yeah, that is Peyote in the Foothills. I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for watching. And tune in next week where we cover the last track on the album, which is The Final Boss. We finally made it, you guys. We're at the end. It's almost that time. It's almost time for Our Only Hope Volume 1 to drop, which is February 13th of 2026. I'll go a little bit more into it on the last episode, but this album is really something special. I keep on fucking saying that. This album is really fucking cool. It's really the most personal thing I've ever made, because every other, lyrics-based music I've ever made, there's always like this hidden element where I'm trying to like make a song that's something that people would like. And with this, I really just went all in on the personal side of things. I just wanted to make something that I would listen to in any given moment. This is really something you could just sit back and just kind of have the music paint a picture for you. That's what I kind of want this to do. Kind of makes a scene. It kind of, adds an element to your everyday life. So, yeah, I'm very excited. And tune in next week where we have the last episode. And tune in after the last episode and after the album drops for the Our Only Hope playoffs. And I will be announcing the bracket system here very soon. So, again, I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you. Love y'all. And, yeah, See you next time.